What is up, beautiful Homo sapiens around the earth? How are you all doing? And welcome to ticker symbol INY Invest in Yourself YouTube channel. Today we're going to do a little something different to hopefully help you guys out, help myself out. We're going to review one of the trades I made yesterday, April 29th, 2020. It was on the S&P 500. And I just want to take you through what I was thinking, what made me take this trade, and how it went. So here we have the S&P 500 pre-market. We made a pretty crazy move up. Yesterday was a pretty big bearish day. We had a nice gap early yesterday, but then we just kind of fell off after. The difference between this gap up and this gap up was the day prior was a bullish day, so we had a lot of bullish volume come in. So when it opened up much higher, people were taking profits. It's a retest gap. Doesn't always fade quite like this, but on the 28th it really faded back down to really where the body was yesterday. So on the 29th, when we gapped up, we had all this bearish volume the day prior. So when this gaps up, how are all these people feeling? Pretty crappy, because now all the people that short sold yesterday are all trapped. They're all losing money. So my personal favorite kind of gap, a gap and go, is what I was planning on trading. So here we have the last, I think we have one or two more candles pre-market. Yep. And then bam, first candle of the day. So my thought process here is I'm just going to wait for the signal that I'm getting in. I'm going to be getting in bullish because I'm expecting a lot of these short sellers to buy the stock back and take their loss. So first off, I like to draw some lines. So let me do that real quick. Recent high right here, so I'll draw a line there. Pretty good chop in the middle here, so draw a line there. And then also right here seems like a good line to draw. And then the lows. So I usually draw 4 lines before the day starts based on the last couple days, just to get an idea of where the stock's been, how it's reacting to certain price levels. And these are the main price levels that I'll be focusing on for the day trade. So we open up the first candle with a nice bearish candle with a very good amount of volume, as usual on the first candle of the day. So now we have more short sellers coming in on this gap and go. So that makes me lick my lips a little bit, because I know if we break this, we're going to be trapping more people are going to be buying, the stock's going to go higher. So yeah, right now I'm just sitting here waiting for any kind of bullish signal. First kind of bullish signal is this wick. It's a pretty good wick. So that tells me there's a good amount of buying pressure coming in. Next candle, shave bottom. So not the greatest candle, but another bearish candle nonetheless, and we're still not quite down to a support. And bam, we have this candle come in, a nice little high wave candle. And this is on the 3-minute. I traded today on the 3-minute. Sometimes I trade on the 5, sometimes I trade on the 3. It really depends. But today I was feeling the 5. So once this high wave candle came in, I kind of noticed that this right here seems to be a pretty good support, old resistance. And that is where more of the bodies of the candles are floating around instead of the wicks. So on this candle right here, what I did was immediately set up a limit, set up an order. I'm going to get in bullish above this high wave candle, and I'm going to set a stop down here below these wicks. The reason I did this was because of all this bearish volume to open on a gap and go. So if it breaks above that one, I expect it to go higher, and I'm liking my chances on it. So as we go on, next candle, a little green, staying away from the low of this candle, which I liked very much. very next, bam, we're in the trade with a shave top. So I'm feeling good. There's a lot of buying pressure coming in. All these shorts are probably going to start taking their loss now. So let's keep going a little bit. So at this point, I'm feeling very good about my trade, but I have to keep in mind that this right here is the most recent resistance, and it seems pretty good at 292. So I entered in at 291. Let's see exactly what I entered in at 291.11. And so I have a first target drawn. I'm going to sell some of my position up here at this first target just to manage some of my risk, because you don't know. Sometimes you can hit this resistance and then just fly back down and get stopped out. So to manage some of my risk, I'm going to sell some of my position up here. So we keep going. Right here, I thought I was going to lose this trade, but I know my risk. I know the trade I set up. I know my thought process behind it. I know the plan, so there's no need to do anything but just watch. And then bam, we come on up. We start going. And I didn't exit any position yet. Right there, this candle right here is where I exited a quarter of my position. So right there, I took some of my risk off the table. I'm feeling good about this trade. And at this point in the day, once I know this trade's gonna be profitable, I move my stop up a little bit and I walk away, because now I have 3/4 of my original position. My risk is less. I'm not sweating it out as much. I'm gonna be profitable on this trade if I get stopped out. So, hey, fair game. I'm gonna walk away. So I generally pick up a book, do something else, and just don't even watch. So let's just continue throughout this day until my next move. So right around here, I'm getting pretty profitable in this trade, and I don't want it to just fade while I'm not watching and just take out all that profit. So I move my stop loss up. So I'm gonna keep my initial one here. Let's do this. So I move it up to here. And then I let the trade continue. And it just flies. And I'm just going to exit at the end of the day, so I move my stop loss up again to right here. Because worst case scenario, if I get stopped out right here, I make 3 R's. So that's all I do. I just set it up there and let the day go on. And I exited the end of the day to make 3.2 R's on this trade. I could have snagged it up here. I could have snagged some more up here. But, you know, like I said, once I know I'm profitable, I walk away with my stop loss in place. I check it every now and again to see what's going on. And whatever happens at that point. Sometimes you make much more. Sometimes you make 2-3 R, like this trade right here, which is perfectly okay with me. I am happy to take 3 R every single day of my life. So yeah, that was my trade today. Very simple. It's just all about being able to trigger it when you see it and not hesitating. And that was right here, right on this high wave candle with all this bearish volume. got in above the high, and just let it go, because it was a gap and go. We trapped all these shorts, so the price should drive higher, which it did beautifully. It was an excellent day for trading, my favorite setup, and that was it. And I mean, some people, you could trade differently. Like, I used to trade breakouts, so I would have waited for a break of here before, which I would have eventually gotten right here. I still would have been profitable on the trade, but had I waited till the end of the day, I barely would have been profitable, or I could have snagged some up here. So it's very important to really make sure you could figure out those bullish signals or bearish signals, whatever way you're getting in the trade, as low as possible. That's really it. So find those bullish signals, get in, don't hesitate, know your risk, and just let it be. All right, well, I hope you guys picked up anything on that, maybe something lit up in your head. But that was my day trade yesterday, April 29th. So I just want to thank you guys for being here. I would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. We'll see you guys in the next one.